Assalamu alaikum, everybody. We are back with What's the Tea with myself and Eemanayyy, and I'm actually just waiting for my co-host to join, and it should be any second. So please bear with us. We enjoy it. But again, we just have to wait for a few seconds for our co-host to join, and actually she's here and she's logging on.
Hello, I am
Assalamu alaikum.
here.
Assalamu alaikum,
Walaikum.
Eemanayyy. Sorry that you are having some internet issues. But anyways, the important thing is that you have overcome them and you're back. So you're here. So hopefully there won't be any more disruption.
Hopefully. How are you?
I am very, very good. And actually, you know what? You have gotten me very, very excited with this topic. So I don't know how you come up with these ideas, but yeah, I can't wait to join and really have a conversation about this very, very interesting topic. So yeah, tell us what's on your mind.
Okay, so हमारा जो topic है आज का वो है The Day a Man Picked Up a Broom, a Sci-Fi Story. आपको इससे समझ क्या आया है? पहले तो मैं आपसे पूछना चाहूंगी.
मुझे समझ आया कि मैन को रगड़ा लगने लगा, मुझे इतना समझ आया है.
Exactly, you are right. Okay, so imagine this. You wake up in the morning, stretch a little, walk in the living room, ठीक है? And आप imagine करें, there he is. कौन? A man holding a broom. Not as a weapon, not as a cricket bat, लेकिन actually वो sweeping कर रहा है, actually वो सफाई कर रहा है. Is it sci-fi or the future we need?
Yeah, a man with a broom. I think it's more likely for me to see. Imane, we are having internet issues on your side. Sorry, it is. We can't hear you. You're cutting off. You are cutting off.
Again,
Hello.
yeah, I can't hear you too, but now I can.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be a rough day today with your internet, I guess. So your question was your your scenario was that I wake up and see a man with a broom in my living room. I think there's a better chance of me seeing an alien landing on a spaceship in my backyard than seeing a man with a broom in my my living room. But again, that's just a joke. I think it's a good topic you're going to talk about. And but what are your perspectives? Why do you think about this topic?
Okay, if this happened in some households, like कुछ लोग तो शॉक में एम्बुलेंस बुला लेते हैं, ठीक है? ईस्ट की बात नहीं. Okay, just kidding. But the real question is, why is this even shocking? ठीक है? Why is housework still labeled as a women's job in so many cultures, right? Especially in East. आज हम बात करेंगे एक उस sci-fi level phenomena की और देखेंगे कि मतलब क्या वाकई में फ्यूचर में सब लोग इक्वली काम कर रहे होंगे या फिर ये एक अनरियलिस्टिक जो फैंटेसी ही रहेगी. मर्द क्यों इस चीज को ऐसे समझते हैं कि उनकी जो मैस्कुलिनिटी है वो डिस्टर्ब हो रही है. व्हाई?
Yeah, from early days and since humanity started and in this way on the planet Earth, I think we have started to associate, each gender with with each their own things, right? I mean, that's just a human nature to do, to associate genders with this, and somehow, particularly I think early days, the survival thing was outside to bring food and whatnot was assigned to man because muscles and masculinity was important in some of those things. You have to cut stuff and you have to haul stuff in and you have to go outside and bring stuff in and you have to fight the predators and the beasts so that you can bring stuff into your house. So I think for that reason, the job of outside the house got associated with men because it was actually requiring a lot of masculinity and muscles. And women then said, okay, if you're doing that hard work outside the house, we will take care of the inside. But I think over the years, we kind of continue to stick to that phenomena. But in many parts of the world, Imane, the good news is that it is actually changing. I have
Yeah.
been to Europe. I've been to, of course, in the US, and I'm seeing many, many scenarios where actually men are uh, grabbing the brooms early in the morning, not just trying to help, but actually it is their part of their day. That's where they starts. First thing they're gonna do is they're gonna wake up and उठेंगे और सुबह वो सफाई करेंगे, broom करेंगे. So I think the thing has changed a little bit, but I think for the most part there is still a perception कि जनाब घर का काम and cleaning is associated with women and other stuff can be done by men. So I think it still exists, both East and in the West.
But I think
Le-
in East, why do some men act like touching a broom will instantly damage their masculinity? Matlab, bro ancestors will be disappointed. Why so?
Yeah. After today's podcast, actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go out and start talking to the men about it. And I'm going to start asking them this question. Because I've not really done a survey or asked to many of my friends, okay, why is your masculinity threatened if you have to grab a broom? Lekin, the good news is that most of the friends I have, at least in Louisville, Kentucky, USA, they actually will grab a broom when their wife will threaten them with a broom and कि मैं तेनू ठोकांगी नहीं तो सफाई कर उठ के. So at least with some threat and with some pressure, they are grabbing the broom. But still, we are far ways off from a time where most of the men are doing it as part of their routine. But again, I think that the dialogue is changing. I think the perceptions are changing, but we're still far off from that.
Yeah. Do you think the younger generation is breaking the stereotype, or is it still the same? And modern men actually started taking responsibility for housework, or are they just helping now and then?
I think there's not really a big revolutionary change I'm seeing, but इतनी बात जरूर है माने कि men are way more comfortable talking about how they helped in the house, how they helped cook, how they helped clean. So I think that conversation is getting easier. People are not getting shocked too much. पहले मुझे याद है पाकिस्तान में आज से 25 साल पहले जब मैं पाकिस्तान में होता था, देयर वाज जस्ट नॉट एनी नोशन कि मर्द जो हैं वो घर में सफाई कर रहे हैं, और अगर किसी ने झाड़ पूंछ वाली कोई चीज उठाई भी होती थी तो पीपल विल लुक एट देम टेढ़ी आंख से, हैं तुम्हारी तबीयत ठीक है. But luckily, talking about my younger years, Imane, let me share with you that my mother or my grandmother introduced me to a jhardan. I don't know what if you know what a jhardan is. Jhardan is a mini version of a broom जो के हाथ में पकड़ा जाता है, वो छोटा सा होता है, और उसके it has a little stick, and then it has a little cloth attached to it. It's called a jhardan. So I remember many Saturdays and Sundays I was ready to go out and play cricket, and my grandmother will say, "तू किथे चले ओए, इधर आ जरा, झाड़न फड़ ते जाके सफाई कर." So I had to do my share of safai in the morning before I could go play cricket. So I think at that time I was very unhappy with my grandmother and my mother for making me do that. But man, I'm so thankful that they introduced me to jhardan when I was a kid, because since then मेरा comfort level जो है ना वो broom के साथ थोड़ा अच्छा है.
Okay, before we move forward, I just want to let you know कि हमें join किया है शुजा असद ने.
Shuja Asad is back with us. Shuja, thank you
Yeah.
so much for joining. And Shuja, we are talking about such an important topic about masculinity and broom. So if you have any comments to share with us, should men be using the broom and doing safai and whatnot? So, but again, if you have any perspective, we'd love to hear from you. But thanks for joining. So, like Imane, can you please share with us a little bit, like what happens in your household? Like what do you is your dad, and I don't know if you have I don't think you have a brother, but you have cousins.
Half
Are
brother.
they you have a brother? Yes, yes. So
Yeah.
you are yes. Sorry about that. So is he walking around with a broom?
No, not at all. But अगर मैं अपने फादर की बात करूँ तो या वो हमें जो डिश वॉशिंग है उसमें भी हेल्प आउट करते हैं, राइट. एंड वो अपने कपड़े भी जो है वो खुद से प्रेस करते हैं. सो या मतलब वो थोड़ी बहुत हेल्प करते हैं इन चीजों में, बट ब्रूम की बात करूँ तो नो, नॉट एट ऑल.
So is Acha, the mom is assigned for the broom side of things. Like, but I'll give him credit though. Kapde istri karna is a big chore, and if your dad is helping with that, good job, dad. Good job. So how did your mom? Have you
Okay,
ever talked to?
so अब मैं I'm sorry,
Sorry,
I'm lagging.
yeah. Sorry. My question was: have you ever asked your mom how did she convince your dad to help out at home and make him iron his own clothes? How did she achieve that? Sorry, we have a, sorry you're having internet issues. I'm sorry you're having internet issues. I was just talking about
Now
ke,
you are audible.
yeah, I was talking about how did your mom convince your dad to help out? Like how women in Pakistan are able to convince or train their partners or their husbands to help out. Like what's the recipe?
कि अब तो जो हमारी ये वाली जनरेशन है उसमें तो ये चीज खुद से मुझे लगता है कि ये स्टीरियोटाइप हम ब्रेक कर रहे हैं ऐसा ऐसा बट माय मदर उन्होंने इस तरीके मेरे जो बाबा हैं उनको सबसे बड़ा जो क्रेडिट जाता है वो ये कि वो उनको किसी और के कपड़े इस्त्री हुए पसंद नहीं आते तो उनको वो खुद करने पड़ते हैं अपने मुताबिक सो
Oh, hold
दैट्स
on, hold on,
एक्चुअली द
hold
पॉइंट
on, hold on, hold on. Time out, time out, time out, time out. Time out, time out. Here is the key question I'm gonna ask, okay? पता लग जाएगा तुम्हारे
ओके
तुम्हारे अब्बे की मोटिवेशन का हमें पता लग जाएगा. Here's a key question and you have to answer it honestly. तुम्हारे अब्बा जान ने कभी तुम्हारी मदर के कपड़े इस्त्री किए हैं?
किए हैं हमारे भी किए हैं
There you go. All right. Now we are talking. Okay. So that's the difference. अपने कपड़े तो कोई भी इस्त्री कर सकता है भाई, लेकिन are you really helping up? Now that is the credit, and I'm so happy that that is happening, right? So that's the difference there, right?
या अच्छा एक कल्चरल डिफरेंस अगर मैं आपसे डिस्कस करूं तो बहुत एक बड़ा कल्चरल डिफरेंस है वेस्ट में अगर मर्द कोई काम करता है नॉर्मली तो इट इज कंसिडर्ड नॉर्मल राइट लेकिन अगर यहाँ पर कोई डिशेस वॉश कर रहा है या यहाँ पर कोई सफाई करने लग गया है एक तो उसका पूरा घर तारीफ कर रहा होता है या उसे पूछने लग जाता है तबीयत तो ठीक है आर यू ओके वाह क्या शानदार काम कर दिया है और बेस्ट पार्ट ये कि जो हेल्पिंग का लफ्ज है ना हेल्पिंग तो ये तो वो होती है जब काम किसी और का हो राइट भाई
Yeah.
आप भी इसी घर में रहते हैं एंड ये आपका भी काम है तो ये कौन सी हेल्प है जो आप कर रहे हैं मतलब ये आपकी रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी है लेकिन यहाँ पर ये लोग चीज समझते नहीं है तो इस पे मैं आपका पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू जानना चाहूंगी
यार इमाने तुमने बहुत अच्छा पर्सपेक्टिव शेयर किया है राइट तुमने दो बातें यू हैव इंट्रोड्यूस अस टू टू इंपॉर्टेंट कॉन्सेप्ट्स एंड हमारे मिलियंस ऑफ व्यूअर्स जो हैं देख रहे हैं उनके हम कमेंट्स वी लव योर कमेंट्स के यू आर एब्सोल्युटली राइट के कम्युनिटी जो है दैट इज एडिंग टू दिस स्टीरियोटाइप अ लॉट बाय मजाक उड़ा के ओ जी अब्बा जी आज बड़ा काम करने लगे ने अब्बा जी ने बुखार तो नहीं चढ़िया की हो गया अब्बा जी की तबीयत खराब है पागल तो नहीं हो गया राइट सो कम्युनिटी हैज एक्चुअली क्रिएटेड सच अ वियर्ड डायनामिक जिसमें हम इस चीज को बिग डील बना देते हैं राइट व्हेन इट शुडंट बी अ बिग डील और दूसरी तो तूने बहुत अच्छी बात की है कि अगेन कम्युनिटी इज एडिंग टू द स्टीरियोटाइप बाय कॉलिंग इट हेल्प दिस इज नॉट हेल्प एक्चुअली यू आर डूइंग योर ओन हाउस इट्स योर ओन हाउस अपने आप अपने घर को साफ कर रहे हो अपने बच्चों की आप डायपर चेंज कर रहे हो राइट आप घर में खाना बना रहे हो यू आर एब्सोल्युटली कंट्रीब्यूटिंग योर ओन लाइफ क्वालिटी और अगर आप अपनी बीवी को थोड़ा सा रेस्ट और ब्रेक दे रहे हो उसको आपका खुद ही फायदा होगा राइट अगर आपकी बीवी रेस्टेड है हैप्पी है खुश है आपको उसका ही फायदा मिलेगा ना योर पार्टनर इज रिलैक्स आपका दिन अच्छा गुजरेगा सो आई थिंक यू मेड अ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट पॉइंट इमाने के बाय कॉलिंग दिस हेल्प बाय मेकिंग इट अ फनी टॉपिक हम एक्चुअली वी आर खड्डा खुद ही खोदते हैं हम अब इस कम्युनिटी वाले राइट विमेन समटाइम कंट्रीब्यूट टू इट अ लॉट मैंने इतनी दफा देखा है बीवियां जो है ना अपनी सहेलियों को फोन करके बता रही होती हैं भाई आज तो मुश्ताक ने बड़ी बड़ी हेल्प की सी पता नहीं मैं क्या ताड़ी तबीयत ठीक है so I think women also are kind of to be blamed for that I think a little bit.
all right let's settle this once and for all helping in household chores versus actually doing them because there's a huge difference between helping and taking responsibility helping sounds like you are doing a favor and bro it's your house too so you tell me do you help with housework या आप मतलब हेल्प करते हैं या एक्चुअली आप भी काम कर रहे होते हैं
यार मेरी बेगम जो है ना टॉकिंग अबाउट विमेन स्पॉइलिंग अस द गुड थिंग फॉर मी इज के मेरी माँ मेरी दादी और जब शादी हुई तो मेरी माँ ने मुझको सीधा रखा मेरी बीवी ने मुझको सीधा रखा होता पहले दिन से ही उन्होंने बता दिया भाई ए वेख लो ए ताड़े काम है ने तो so they trained me really well right they never spoiled me of course on rare occasions and that helped me really look at it as my own job and not the fact that I'm helping somebody किसी पे मैं एहसान नहीं कर रहा सो ईमाने आई एम नॉट गोना लाई एक्चुअली कुछ लोग शायद माने ना माने लेकिन आई माय वाइफ कैन वाउच इट फॉर यू और एवरी ऑल द व्यूअर्स के क्लीनिंग द किचन वॉशिंग द डिशेस डूइंग लॉन्ड्री every single thing is part of my role every day you know or जो whoever has more time that day is going to jump in and do that for the day. I think over the last 2 weeks, I made dinner probably 5 times. And again, it wasn't help, it wasn't ihsan on anybody. It was just because I was more available. My wife Aisha had very busy meetings. She was busy at work. So I realized it and she backed off and I took. So I'm very proud that way. My women around me trained me really, really well by setting the right expectations. And I think women have a role to play in setting the expectations correctly and having that very open conversation with their loved ones. And they will find out that most of the men actually will respond very positively. I'm very proud to say that most of the men will come through and will perform really well in that regard.
Yeah, exactly. ज़्यादा credit फिर उन्हीं को ही जाता है भी. So, on a scale of weekend helper to household CEO, where do you think most men stand?
Most men what?
You're on a scale of, weekend helper to household CEO. Do you think that?
I did not understand your question, so please you may have to repeat it. I'm so sorry.
अच्छा, मैं आपको ये कह रही थी कि आप you're on the scale of a weekend helper, right? Weekend helper यानी आप occasionally जो है वो
Oh,
काम करते हैं या you are regular?
no, 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 I absolutely regular. I go crazy over the weekend by doing more help, by doing more of the kitchen work, cleaning. But no, every day. It has nothing to do with weekend. So no question about that.
Okay, fair enough. But tell me, what's that one household chore that you enjoy, that you secretly and genuinely enjoy?
Yeah, I can't even explain to you how much washing dishes has helped me in my professional life because washing dishes is such a brain dead activity that makes you think about other things really well. And I can't even tell you how many problems at work I have solved by doing dishes. So when you are in this zone of doing dishes, you can actually think really well. So a lot of innovation, new ideas, problem solving for me, I kid you not, has happened while doing dishes. So that is my hands down my favorite activity. Lekin I'm telling you, last couple of weeks I've been so successful in making kabli pulao, in making some shanwari, that I'm so much enjoying finally my cooking. Somehow I was not able to get it before, but finally the cooking thing is happening for me, and I've made some amazing dinners lately. So I think I'm going to be enjoying cooking more in the future.
तो भाई पहली बात जो आपने किया वॉशिंग डिशेस, तो ये तो मेरी भी फेवरेट एक्टिविटी है. आई लव वॉशिंग डिशेस. दूसरी बात आपने किया कुकिंग की, कि आपने काबुली पुलाव बनाया एंड यू लाइक कुकिंग. लेकिन हमें तो भाई प्रूफ चाहिए.
प्रूफ चाहिए? ओके. मैं अपनी बीवी को ऊपर से पकड़ के ले आता हूँ, वो बता देगी, या फिर मैं तुम्हें थोड़ा काबली पुलाव का सैंपल भेज दूंगा. अब तुम्हारे सामने तो मैं कुक नहीं कर सकता अब.
You know, we have talked a lot about stereotypes today. What's considered normal in different culture. लेकिन भाई हमें personally भी इसको एक stereotype को देखना चाहिए. हमें कैसे पता चलेगा आप कुक कर सकते हैं? हम हमारे stereotypes break करने में आप हमें lead कर रहे हैं, तो भी हमें चाहिए कि आप live podcast के दौरान cooking करें.
What? Podcast के
Yeah.
दौरान कुकिंग करें? Is that a challenge of some kind?
Yeah, because it's too late. Next episode, we are putting the stereotype to the ultimate test.
Oh my God. So our next podcast is when? Tomorrow?
Yeah,
So
Sunday.
you actually
Sunday?
want me to go to the kitchen and cook something on the
Yeah.
podcast.
Will my co-host cook up a storm or burn down the kitchen? Let's see.
All right. I am in. So let me think about it. Because we know our podcast is 15-20 minutes, so I think it's got to be some dessert or something. So let me think about it. But I think I can actually respond to this challenge and come out with flying colors.
Okay, we are excited. हमारी ऑडियंस भी बहुत भैया एक्साइटेड है. वैसे नॉर्मली जो मेन का काम होता है ना किचन जाने में, वो इतना होता है कि फ्रिज खोला, कुछ खा लिया या देखा मीठा कहाँ पड़ा है. तो अब हम देखेंगे भाई कि अगर वाकई एक मर्द किचन में जाता है, हमें प्रूफ चाहिए ना. स्टीरियोटाइप हम ब्रेक कर रहे हैं, हम लाइव दिखाना चाहते हैं कि यू कैन कुक.
I have no issues with that, bro. No issues with that, actually. That's a very good idea. I've never thought that I'll be cooking live in front of millions of people. So actually, this is exciting for me. So let's meet tomorrow, same time, my kitchen. Let's do it.
Okay, so guys, today's lesson was a broom is not just a decorative, item in the corner, and housework is not a superpower only moms have. ठीक है, आप भी equally इसमें responsibility लें and इसको समझें कि भाई ये हमारा भी काम है, हम कोई help वगैरह नहीं कर रहे. तो I hope आज का topic सबके लिए बहुत अच्छा अच्छे से समझेंगे सब चीजों को कि भाई equally कि हमने इसमें अपना रोल प्ले करना है. एंड कल की एपिसोड के लिए आप लोग तैयार हैं. बॉम्बास्टिक एपिसोड होने वाली है.
Hey, Imane, can I have a challenge for you too? Maybe can you bring your dad with a broom tomorrow on the episode for us?
That's so actually I don't know. I can't do it.
All right, okay, that's fine.
But
That's fine.
let's
All right,
see. अगर मैंने कन्विंस कर लिया तो ठीक है, वरना फिर
Assalamu alaikum.
I don't know.
Or maybe you can show, maybe he can do like istriya kurta for us live, your mom's kurta live on the show. How about that?
Okay, I'll convince him. I'll try to
All
convince
right.
him. I'm not sure, but I'll try my best.
No, I really enjoyed today's episode. I think such an important topic. Of course, we were trying to be a little bit funny about it and light mood and light-hearted about it. But guys, specifically guys, this is no joke. We have to show up. We have to contribute. And if you do, आप लोग देखोगे आपका relationship अपने spouses, partners, parents सबके साथ will improve immensely if you can just start contributing, not thinking about a help, but really making sure that you think about it as a responsibility. Thank you so much, Imane, for bringing this very important topic up. I really enjoyed talking to you today.
You.
See you
Bye
tomorrow in the
bye.
kitchen. Bye.
Yeah. See you. Bye bye.